In this video, we're going to show you how to replace your rear leaf spring shackle. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is safely raise and support the rear of the vehicle by the frame. We want to have the suspension hanging. After that, you're going to continue by removing all 6 of your 21mm lug nuts and then the wheel. Now that we have the wheel off of there, let's apply some support underneath the rear differential. Once you have the support under there, make your way to the leaf spring shackle you're planning on replacing. Now along the top, you're going to find that you have a bolt that goes through here. We're going to want to make sure that we hold the bolt side with a 19mm wrench and remove the nut with a 19mm socket. Once you have the nut off of there, just make sure that the bolt does break free from the bushing. After that, we'll move along to the lower bolt. For this bolt, you're going to find that you have the 19mm headed bolt going from the outside towards the inside. If you were to look in this area, you're going to find a captured nut. Essentially, it has a part of the frame going around the nut, holding it in place. So all you need to do is remove the bolt side. After it's fully unscrewed, we can continue removing the lower bolt from the area. If it seems as though it's kind of jammed in there, you can either raise or lower the differential to remove the pressure. Inspect your hardware as you remove it. Replace it as necessary. The next thing we want to do is start raising the entire leaf spring and shackle up far enough that we can remove this bolt from the outside up and over the frame. Now, as we remove this bolt, keep in mind there's nothing else holding the shackle on the leaf spring. Don't let it fall and hurt you. There's part of our shackle. Now we can continue by lowering this down to a point that we can gain access to both sides of our bushing. The next area that you want to pay attention to is along the rear area of the leaf spring itself. You're going to find that you have a press-in bushing that goes through from one side to the other. Typically, it's a good idea to go ahead and replace these. You can press it right out of here with a press tool that looks like the one shown here. After you get the bushing out, you'll use the same tool to press the new bushing into the leaf spring. Once you have the bushing pressed in there, we'll continue on with the rest of the shackle. When you install this, you want to make sure that you have the flat area of the metal facing towards the rear. The front area's got the carve out. We'll slide this into place and start in both of our mounting bolts. Commonly, you have to either raise or lower the rear suspension to make it line up perfectly. Once you start both of them in by hand, go ahead and snug them up. Before you finish tightening and torquing those bolts, make your way to the rear differential. You need to go ahead and apply some upward pressure underneath this, essentially putting the vehicle's rear suspension in the ride height position. You can either do this by putting the vehicle down on the ground so the full weight of the vehicle's on it, or just apply some pressure underneath the rear differential. Once you've got it up there, go ahead and bottom out each of these mounting bolts. After they're both snug, torque each of them to 63 foot-pounds. Once you have that torqued, go ahead and release the pressure from under your rear differential. Reinstall the wheel. Once we get it on there, we'll bottom out all 6 of the lug nuts, snug them up, get the wheel back on the ground, and torque them to 98 foot-pounds. With the wheels safely back on the ground, we'll torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. Okay friend, we fully installed our rear leaf spring shackle. The process will be the same for either side of the vehicle. After you've completed that, go ahead and take it for a road test. Make sure you don't hear any funny noises, and it's a good idea to get yourself safely down to your local alignment shop. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.